Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine and doing your studies. In last video, I have discussed about the fourth division of the plant kingdom, that is gymnosperm. In this video, I am going to discuss about the last division of the plant kingdom, that is angiosperm. So let us start the class. Students, we are going to start angiosperm, that is the last division of the plant kingdom. This angiosperm is the combination of two Greek words, that is angion and sperma. Angion means enclosed and sperma means seeds. This word means that angiospermic plants contain seeds which is present inside the fruit, or we can say that angiospermic plants contain ovules which are present inside the ovary. Now these angiospermic plants are also called flowering plants, and they constitute the most dominant vascular plants of present day flora. Angiosperm division includes more than 2,50,000 different species. Means आज की डेट में 2,50,000 अलग अलग तरह के स्पीसीज जो है एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स के या एंजियोस्पर्म्स के प्रेजेंट है. नाउ दिस एंजियोस्पर्म इज फाउंड everywhere in all the type of habitats. Means they can be grown in desert, they can be grown in cold places, they can be grown in hydrophytic, means where lots of water is present. Means they can be present in all the types of habitats, and their plant body is well developed and very finely differentiated into root and shoot system. These angiospermic plants, they can be of three types. They can be herbs, they can be shrubs, or they can be woody trees also. Now the leaves of angiospermic plants show different type of venation. What is venation? Venation is the arrangement of veins in the leaves. And now what is veins? Veins are the tube-like structures which are present in the leaves for the transportation of food and water. So arrangement of these veins are called venation, and these angiospermic plants leaves can contain either parallel venation or they may have reticulate venation. Parallel venation means all the veins in the leaves will present in a parallel manner to each other, and reticulate venation means leaves will contain venation or arrangement of veins will be like web, means network जैसा जो arrangement होता है वो. Now these plants contains well developed vascular system. In last video I have discussed that gymnosperm also contains vascular bundles, but their xylem doesn't contains all the four elements. Their xylem doesn't contains vessels, and phloem doesn't contains companion cell. But in angiospermic plants, xylem and phloem contains all the four elements. Means xylem can consist of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers, and phloem consists of companion cells, sieve tubes, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Now these angiospermic plants, since they are called flowering plants, this means they produces flowers, and their flowers contains four important parts. That four important parts from outside to inside is sepals, petals, stamen which is male sex organ, and carpel or pistil which is female sex organ. Now next is reproduction in angiospermic plants. These angiospermic plants are heterosporous, means they used to produce two types of spores. One is male spore, another will be female spore. Means we can say that they used to produce two types of gametes. Male gamete inside the male sex organ and female gamete inside the female sex organ. And these sex organs are present inside the flower. Means flowers are the reproductive part of angiospermic plants. अब ये जो female sex organ है उसे हम कहते हैं pistil या फिर carpel. And this carpel and pistil consist of three parts: stigma, style and ovary, and this stigma is the site of pollen collection. Now inside the ovary, ovule is present. अब देखिए ओव्यूल का डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर. Now ovule, the outside covering or the protective covering of ovule is called integument, and at one end this integument leaves an opening, and that opening is called micropyle, and this end is called micropylar end. The end opposite to the micropylar end is called chalaja or chalageal end, and this tissue inside the integument is called nucellus. Okay, and this ovule contains embryo sac. This embryo sac is formed from the megaspore mother cells through the meiosis or through the meiotic division. Now we can see the structure of embryo sac. Embryo sac consists of an egg apparatus, and that egg apparatus contains egg cells, one egg cell and two synergid cells or synergids, and this egg apparatus is present at the micropylar end, and just opposite to the micropylar end, that is at the chalageal end, there are three cells which are called antipodal cells, and in the middle of antipodal cells and egg apparatus, two polar nuclei are present, and further this polar nuclei fuse to form a secondary diploid cells. Except this secondary diploid cell, all the other 6 cells, means synergids, eggs and 3 antipodal cells are haploid. So this is the female sex organ. Pistil, which contains stigma, style and ovary. Inside ovary, ovule is present, right? And inside ovule, embryo sac is present, which contains female gamete. Next is male sex organ present in flowers. Male sex organ of flower is called stamen, and stamen consists of anther and filament. Inside anther, pollen sacs are present. Pollen sacs, inside the pollen sacs, through meiosis, pollen grains are formed, and then male gametes are formed inside the pollen grains, and these male gametes are haploid cells. Similar to the egg cells, male gametes are also haploid cells. Next process in reproduction is pollination, that is transfer of pollen grains to stigma. These pollen grains, after dispersal from the anther, means after coming out from the anthers, are carried by various pollinating agents to the stigma of the female sex organ, that is stigma of the pistil or carpel. And these pollinating agent can be either wind or insects or bees, or they may be birds or bat, and it may also water in aquatic plants. Now after pollination, means after the deposition of pollen grains on the stigma, the next process is fertilization. जैसे ही pollen grains जो है वो stigma पे settle हो जाते हैं, only few pollen grains starts growing pollen tube, और उसमें से भी only one pollen tube used to pass on through the style and reaches to the ovary. राइट अब ओवरी में, ओवरी से पहुंचते हुए ये पहुंचते हैं ओव्यूल के अंदर टू दी एम्ब्रियो सैक. अब जैसे ही ये एम्ब्रियो सैक तक पहुंचते हैं, ये पॉलन ट्यूब जो है ये एम्ब्रियो सैक तक पहुंचता है, दीज टू मेल गैमेट्स प्रेजेंट इन द पॉलन ट्यूब गेट डिस्चार्ज्ड इनसाइड द एम्ब्रियो सैक, एंड वन मेल गैमेट fuses with the egg cell and the second male gamete fuses with the polar nuclei, or you can say diploid secondary nucleus, and the first nuclei which fuses with the egg results into the zygote formation. means जो पहला फ्यूजन होता है पहले मेल गैमेट का, जिसका जो एग से फ्यूज कर रहा है वो फ्यूजन के बाद बनाता है जाइगोट, एंड द नेक्स्ट मेल गैमेट or the second male gamete which fuses with the diploid secondary nucleus, they used to produce a triploid primary endosperm nucleus. अब हम इसे ट्रिप्लॉइड क्यों कह रहे हैं? जाइगोट तो होगा वो डिप्लॉयड होगा, क्योंकि हैप्लॉयड मेल और हैप्लॉयड मेल गैमेट और हैप्लॉयड फीमेल गैमेट मिल करके, जैसे ये मेल गैमेट है एन और ये एग यानी फीमेल गैमेट, ये जब फ्यूज होंगे तो ये बनाएंगे डिप्लॉयड जाइगोट, राइट? सिंपल. नाउ द अनदर मेल गैमेट which is haploid is fusing with the diploid secondary nucleus, means that cell is already diploid, so the resulting cell will be triploid, will be 3n, and this triploid cell is called primary endosperm nucleus. Now because there is two fusion in this process, so this fertilization process is known as double fertilization, and this double fertilization process is unique to the angiospermic plants only. ये और किसी भी डिवीजन, प्लांट किंगडम के डिवीजन के प्लांट्स में नहीं होता. ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये जो डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन है, इट ऑकर्स ओनली इन एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स. अब जाइगोट जो बना, जो जाइगोट बनेगा, इट विल फर्दर डेवलप इनटू embryo, and this primary endosperm nucleus will further develop into proper endosperm, and this endosperm acts as a nourishing cell which provides nutrients to the embryo during development. And after fertilization, these two synergid cells and these three antipodal cells used to get destroyed. ये destroy हो जाते हैं जब fertilization पूरा हो जाता है. Now the ovule, जब fertilization पूरा हो गया और embryo जो है वो mature हो जाए, then this ovule get converted into seeds and ovary becomes fruit. Means ये ovule क्या बन जाता है? Seed बन जाता है, और ये पूरा का पूरा जो ये ovary है ये convert हो जाता है fruit में. Students, if you will study the overall life cycle of angiosperm, you can find that this angiospermic plants includes alternation of two generations, that is diploid sporophytic generation and haploid gametophytic generation. Now as I have told you that angiospermic plants have plant body which is diploid, means they have sporophytic plant body, and these plant body contains male sex organ in flower, that is stamen, and female sex organ in flower, that is pistil. Now male sex organ contains microsporangium which is called pollen sac, and female sex organ contains megaspore mother cells. Now this microsporangium and megaspore mother cells after meiosis forms the male gamete and female gamete respectively, right? And this male and female gamete is fused by the fertilization process and produces zygote, and then zygote develops into embryo, and lastly this embryo again forms the sporophytic plant body. You can see that gametophytic phase is occurring for very short duration, which is starting by the formation of gamete after meiosis, and just after the fertilization it ends. मीन्स जो स्पोरोफाइटिक फेज है वो एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स का डोमिनेंट फेज है. ये वो फेज है जिसमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा वक्त एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स जो है वो रहते हैं. सो दिस इज ओवरऑल लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ एंजियो. नेक्स्ट इज क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म. दीज एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट्स are classified into two types of plants, monocots and dicots. Monocot plants are the plants which contains only one cotyledon in their seed, and dicot plants are the plants which contain two cotyledons in their seed. For example, maize, wheat, rice, all these plants are monocot plants because their seeds contain only one cotyledon. They cannot be easily separated into their seed cotyledon, cannot be easily separated into the two parts. But dicot seeds, since they have two cotyledons, so they can be easily separated into two parts like gram seeds, pea seeds, bean seeds. तो ये सारे क्या हैं? Dicots हैं. Now the monocot plants leaves have parallel venation and dicot plant seeds have reticulate venation. मीन्स ये जो लीव्स होते हैं मोनोकॉट प्लांट्स की, उनमें जो वेन्स का अरेंजमेंट होता है वो कैसा होता है, पैरेलल. और डाइकॉट प्लांट्स में जो लीव्स होते हैं उनमें जो वेन्स का अरेंजमेंट होता है वो कैसा होता है, नेटवर्क लाइक और वेब लाइक, रेटिकुलेट वेनेशन. नाउ अगर हम बात करें फ्लावर्स की, देन फ्लावर्स ऑफ मोनोकॉट प्लांट्स आर ट्राइमेरस एंड डाइकॉट प्लांट्स आर पेंटामेरस. ट्राइमेरस फ्लावर्स मीन्स द floral part like sepal, petal, stamen will be present in the set of 3 or in the set of multiple of 3. Means या तो sepal, petal ये 3 होंगे या फिर they will be in 6 in number or they will be 9 in number. Means either set of 3 or set of multiple of 3. And in dicot plants, flower parts are in the set of 5. Means they will have either 5 petals, 5 sepals, or the flower parts will be in the set of multiple of 5. They may contain 10 sepals, 10 petals or 10 stamens. So flower of monocots are trimerous and flower of dicots are pentamerous. Next is root of monocot plants are taproot system in the starting, but this taproot system is short-lived. It is replaced by the adventitious roots. जो taproot system है, it get arises from the radicals. मगर adventitious roots जो होते हैं ये radicals से arise नहीं होते. ये radicals के अलावा अगर plants में जो भी दूसरे parts हैं वहां से arise होते हैं. तो monocots में in the starting taproot system is formed, but further it is replaced by the adventitious roots. But in dicots, primary taproot system is long lived. Means dominant root system is primary taproot system. And in some cases, along with the taproot system, adventitious root is also present. For example, in banyan tree, वहां पे आपने देखा होगा taproot system तो है ही जो कि ground में present है, but for the support adventitious root is also present there. Now last is vascular tissues. ये जो vascular tissues होते हैं मोनोकॉट्स में, उनकी जो अरेंजमेंट होती है, मीन्स वेस्कुलर बंडल्स की जो अरेंजमेंट होती है वो स्कैटर्ड होती है. ओके और मोनोकॉट्स में क्योंकि सेकेंडरी ग्रोथ नहीं होता तो वहां वेस्कुलर काम्बियम जो है, द सेकेंडरी मेरिस्टेम इज एब्सेंट. एंड इन डाइकॉट प्लांट्स वेस्कुलर टिश्यूज का अरेंजमेंट जो होता है, इट इज अरेंज्ड इन रिंग्स. मीन्स जाइलम और फ्लोएम जो है वो रिंग्स में अरेंज्ड होते हैं, रिंग फॉर्म में. एंड सिंस डाइकॉट प्लांट्स अंडरगो सेकेंडरी ग्रोथ, सो दे कंटेन्स अ सेकेंडरी मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू दैट इज वेस्कुलर काम्बियम. Okay students, this is all about angiosperm and this completes your plant kingdom chapter. In next video, I will start the next chapter, that is animal kingdom. Till then, take care of yourself, stay safe, stay home, use mask and don't forget to sanitize yourself. Have a nice day.